Wall Street Pete, SICKDOE in crypto. Want to learn how to make SICKDOE in crypto? You hit that like, you hit that subscribe every day. We come to you with a video, a little bit of some TA, positivity, what's going on, some music once in a while. No intro today. We got to get right to the point. What is happening? Good morning, Hugh. Good morning to the Wolves of Wall Street. Good morning to everyone. Biconomy. We talk about it on this channel. We talk about anything you usually want to talk about. Live with you. You hit the like and subscribe, and here we are without any interruptions here. We're talking about some things, talking about some resistance, maybe hitting up here at the 560. We did get rid of some if we could. Got rid of a quarter. Couldn't get rid of a lot more. I was trying hard. We're still looking to see if we can do that. So 560 looking to fill an order here. We're at 558 on this chart. Currently trying to show you, if you do pay attention, though, to this chart, this is the Coinbase chart. So there's a different one. Coinbase, that was the FTX. And if you pay attention to here, we hit 560. So it's a little different, 2 cent different. But this is exciting. The upward W is coming. Let's see if we can hit the ultimate. So currently right now, this trading view of Coinbase, we're looking at 633 being a problem, somewhere in that range. 628, 633. So those are the 2 signs to look forward to. What I'm seeing now is this happening, so it's actually becoming a reality. I did get rid of some. What did I do? Well, I went into Man at Decentraland and remembered that 335, 336 was a really low number. I do remember last time I seen it, it was pretty good. So I want to go over a little bit of that. Mana Decentraland, of course, I'm really, really big on Mana. There's going to be a $10 range, $10 price range. Mana Decentraland is going to find itself. This is a lot of other stuff, probably in a bigger chart that we were talking about coming into this. Not sure because it's been a while since we talked about it. But we'll be coming up to relative strengths back in the day of that. So just a quick video. Wanted to come out. A lot of people maybe saw this jump, maybe did not. Maybe you're working, maybe you're really busy. But there was a nice pump up to the upside, and there it is if you do see it. So pay attention definitely to mention what's happening. Upward W's can happen. It wasn't a slew coming here hitting support / resistance of old here. So we're coming in exactly on that chart that I did have. I'm not sure exactly now that I'm making a mess out of it. Oh, it did save itself? Okay, so here we go. Get to this one. Oh, there it is. So if you pay attention to what I'm talking about, there's a W, upward W coming. Perhaps this is the resistance. A lot of people just took profits, even Wall Street Pete. I had to. I'm not silly. I took some profits. What I'm doing now is buying Man at Decentraland. I could have bought Algorand. I was thinking about doing that. That's a good buy. Obviously, anything at this point in time, let's be real. If you follow crypto stuff, crypto tokens, Wall Street Pete, anybody for that matter, you do know that these are really, really cheap tokens. So right now, currently we do have a lot of cheap tokens. If you follow me on Instagram, it's a great time. Check us out. I'm constantly doing charts, constantly doing anything I possibly can to help you out. wallst.pete. That's the Instagram. Check it out really quick if you'd like. I know you may like the videos, but definitely check us out here on Instagram as Rest in Peace, right? Dead Cat Bounce. Let's hope we're done with that. And that's pretty much killing it. And thank you, Aaron. Pete called it last night. Another gentleman said, yes, he did. Just appreciate all the positivity, all the things. Facts. That's awesome. Thank you very much for all your support. Without you guys, it's nothing. Yeah, I do appreciate it. Like as I'm saying it, I got a good one saying it. I called this. Yeah, well, we're not always on point, and we do get murdered and blasted, but we don't. So pay attention to the 398. You could have got in with Wall Street Pete. SICKDOE in crypto, and as you see here, this is the inverted. This is a shoulder. So if anybody was wondering what the inverted head / shoulder coming in looks like, well, you've had it. It's coming in. Let's see if we get this shoulder to the 714 is what I've been trying to see. I don't know if anybody really wants to know. So my big profit taken is there. That's a big open level. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen before we really do hit that. So do understand that's going to take some time. But that's absolutely insane. I'm really excited about that. And if you do see what's going on, we'll pull out a couple indicators perhaps. Man at Decentraland. I wanted to talk about Man at Decentraland here as we are breaking back. Ooh, this is tough. If you see the trend as your friend, as we always talk about it, I do see a new trend forming. There is an upside, thank the Lord, because why? We've been doing nothing but getting killed. What we're going to do is test the EMA ribbon, the exponential moving average to the upside. This is Man at Decentraland, if anyone was wondering. This is a big deal. I do have to get back right into the coin market cap because it'd be silly not to have that up, so I do apologize. Give me a second. Coin market cap is huge. SafeMoon is down. What a surprise, right after the hack. Nothing good is happening for SafeMoon. Currently today, down 1.74, so not as much down. It was 3.5 yesterday, looking pretty brutal, as it's not much better today. Only 90% of the way back to the 1 trillion market cap in Bitcoin we want it to be, and the volume is actually down. So some of the people are feeding the whales. As I said, don't feed the whales, and you did it anyway, so that's what's happening. The fear from yesterday, unfortunately, the fear meter is at 41, probably getting a little lower today. Unfortunately, this is what happens. The fear is setting in. You don't realize they're buying cheaper prices, and you're just getting smacked around. So here I am again, trying to find some support levels, but I do see us coming down a little more. So you want to talk about hitting it and calling it. I'm not really too proud of it, but man, at the central line is going to test this one last time, and I can't help anybody out but wondering. And I'm looking at something on a date here, and I'll show you in a second what I'm looking at. 332, so we're still coming down, huh? What I'm looking at is the date right here, December 22nd. So if you look at this as an hourly, if I switch to the 4-hourly, my bands are getting tighter, and we're getting ready for a price action movement. So there is a chance we do break to the upside on Man at the Central Land. As I did say, 332 could be a bottom. That's okay. But here it is. The trend is your friend. Even on the 4-hourly, as I switch from the hour to the 4, you'll see we're getting an upward pull. So as my EMA exponential average EMA is getting tight, they're huge. I'm getting a little interested in what may be happening. My Bollinger Bands ain't getting tighter here. So this is interesting, what may be happening. If you see what happens when they got tighter last time, the Bollinger Bands on the outside here coming in, we got a price action to the upside. So now they're expanding to the out. There is a chance that here we go, perhaps maybe a little more lower, all the way to that 303. That would scare me. But then that's where what you need to get to the ticker bounce to the upside. So that's what I'm wondering what's going to happen. Yes, so the 530 flipped to support to resistance on Biconomy. And when I sold, what happened, and this is what the volatile BS does. This market is very volatile, and it gives you a headache. It's a 4-hourly. Back to Biconomy real quick. You got all the way up here in the same couple minutes ago to 560, perhaps 559. We're now trading 526. You're like, where did that 25 cents go? A little more than 25. Let's be real, right? Let's do the math. So it's aggravating. This it will be back. It will be back. The volume's coming in. I'm trying to explain to you. It's the whales. It's how price action works first off, and how resistance hits. It's always going to happen. Look, December 11th. Pay attention. Definitely to mention. It's huge resistance that flipped once before. So you're going to have to understand this is what happens in the market. Understand there's upward W's. There's M's that are forming, and pay attention to the M that I showed you. It was a big deal. What was I talking about? It was yesterday. And it's still perhaps in play. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Don't get too cocky with Biconomy. It's now converting and showing huge signs of a possible M pattern. What am I talking about? That's what I'm talking about right there. Surprise in the glue of a mess. Let's get rid of all the fun, positive stuff. Let's get negative for a second, right? It's not all hunky-dory all the time. So here it is, the M, perhaps hitting the resistance right about handling. It may finish the candle, 2 hours and 32 minutes on the 4-hourly, sitting here. And it just will sit at the resistance up to 530. We'll be back there. That may be the highest price that goes back to. I'm trying to explain this to you, how it makes sense. Maybe it still doesn't, but this is a downward M. And what's going to happen? The resistance is going to hit. It's going to be real as steel. It's going to come down, repeat. You may get support at that price, 493. You may just really get this, which is what I'm probably going to see. What is that? It's an upward W as I'm continuing to develop it. Then you'll see how it's made. It's a white upward W in an M if it does reject at the 456. If people FOMO out and continue to go down, you will come back all the way to the 398 of Wall Street Pete's entry price, and anything at that point could turn into a bear market. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you. I don't believe that's the case. I do believe we maybe get this resistance and then come through and form this, and I'll show you what I think is going to happen. I'm telling you what could happen. What I think is going to happen is you're going to get this. This is a half a W. And I do believe I had that already. Come up. If it does reject like it did hard ass over here at the 560 level, you're going to see another one at 498. You're going to get disappointed one more time thinking this is done. You probably sell. You get annoyed. Instead of buying the dip at 498 or perhaps lower where this goes, and now you just created an upward W to the upside. The trend is your friend, and perhaps this is what you're missing out on and why you're trading with emotion and how you keep losing. What I keep doing is I'm accumulating more Biconomy. This is my job. My job is like a video game, but life with money is not a video game, right? I'm accumulating more Biconomy as I go. More and more. I sold. Well, guess what? I could immediately buy more Biconomy at this 530 and just all of a sudden accumulate more. It doesn't work that way. When it goes down, understand? So I have time for it to go up, because that's probably what's going to happen now. It did its little fun. It did its little trickle. We lost 140 in volume, 147 million versus the market cap that we had yesterday. So check out Biconomy if you perhaps can. I'm not sure how far it is. I think it's over the 100th. So I'm not going to do that to everybody. That would be a headache. Just simply go into here. This is CoinMarketCap. If you're interested, if you've never seen or heard what CoinMarketCap is, you can just type it in, coinmarketcap.com. Go to it. It'll give you a little bit of a chart of the rankings, what you want, what you see. Currently, the market cap 347 million, looking pretty cool there. I'm not really hating on that. The volume is the 120 volume. So I was looking at Biconomy and I seen 100 and I think it was 103. So we're now up $17 million. So I'm paying attention to that. That's a big deal. That's exciting, actually. And when you see that, what is it? It is the 167th coin. No bolt. Dinky, I was going to say that. So I do see the volume coming up. Very, very wonderful news. I'm spending a long time on Biconomy. We've been live for about 13, 15 minutes now. This is a big coin. This is a big deal. What it does to the metaverse transactions, how it helps, is really amazing. If I could get rid of all this, which perhaps I'm going to do because this is awesome. This is how you restart. I have it a different. This is the one for Coinbase. So the other one is FTX. If you see how everything has changed, and I want a lot of people to understand the potential of what they thought that this coin could be, this token, this asset, however you want to call it, $23. And if I went to the FTX, it was higher. It was much, much higher. So I'm trying to help you understand what this coin may possibly be or could do. And I lied. I thought it was 27, not much higher. But it's still pretty consistent there, so that's wonderful. I was incorrect on that. It's not 27, 23.7. That was maybe where the 7 came from. So if I'm looking at this, this has drastically fell from where our expectations of the market, and not us. These are the people who had the token come out. It's down. If you really want to look at it, it's down 75% of what the growth potentially is. You can take it for what it is, a grain of salt here and there, but we're back to these levels. We're back there, and I want people to understand that this is a big deal, that this token didn't come down and just continue just to say goodbye. This thing found support, and if people see long, boring, sideways action, that's always a good thing. Inverted head, well, this is an inverted shoulder coming perhaps with the rest of the market to the upside. We could potentially see this, and this is a big four really zooming out when in doubt, all the way to the 642. And now I've yet to talk about this price. As somebody wants to talk about XRP, we can do that. So if anybody wants to stick around here a little bit about XRP, you could possibly do that. That's fine. 146-ish, somewhere around there in this level. And let's zoom in a little bit just to see if we can get a little more accurate. Yeah, there it is. Come down a tiny bit. Right about there. So 630-ish. I knew it was a little lower. That was a lot. So we're looking about the 630 still. I did mention this price. And that's something we really have to see Biconomy finish a 4-hourly candle above. So if we see that, we're chilling. That's something you want to really get excited about. If that is to be the upward W, the New Year's coming in, and we're really going to be going insane, well, that's where I'm going. And I'll tell you, $10 is the last point in time of any crucial support resistance where we spent a significant amount of time, where I'm paying attention. So if you look at my chart on the Biconomy, there was a lot of time where I was trying to explain to you, we spent time. So not many places where we did that and hovered around in this bunch, except for maybe another time, as you can see here. So if you look at the Coinbase chart, there really isn't a whole lot of history. So we got a lot of growth still, I believe. And if that upward W is to break through that 630, I'm excited. I'm going to take some profits at the $7 price I told you about. But this chart is showing me something a little differently. But if you see the 7s right about there, all the way from when we were actually trading there, December 7th. So 7 for 7 there. But check it out. I'm just letting you know, $10, that's something really to pay attention to. I'm looking at that price in the long term here. Perhaps I know some people who are going to be buying when it hits $10. So call me crazy here, but here we are buying at $3.98. You already seen the charts. You already know what we do. This is Wall Street Pete, SICKDOE and Crypto. We're going to come over to XRP now. A lot of people get tired of Biconomy. I know. We could do a lot of different tokens if you perhaps want to talk about it. You just got to type it in the chat and cross your fingers and hope we get it. So Biconomy right now getting the biggest. Biconomy, I'm so used to see what's going on. XRP is getting the biggest and the ugliest double M you ever did see. And what could be happening here is if I look and perhaps continue to see this, this M is not finished. This is going to be a problem all the way to the 80 cents. So if you get to the 80 cents, you're going to be okay. That's going to be the cheapest price you can get XRP probably for the new year. But I could be wrong. You know why I could be wrong? Because it already did that. So we're going to find out what this thing's doing. We're going to dissect it. It's XRP. XRP came all the way down to the price of 80.9. So really it did it. I didn't see that. I'm blind, obviously. The tail of the last 4-hourly candle of the 7 a.m. So this was 7 a.m. Eastern time. Each candle represents 4 hours. If you see on XRP, we did have a little bit of a fall there. So that was the manipulation of the rest of the market continuing and probably getting a ticker bounce. But what I see from here on these charts is that was where I was getting it from, and we could be done. That was it. What I was going to say is if it did that, you're still creating a new higher low. So the new higher low, how do I proceed to continue to get it? Well, if I pay attention to these moments, to these little manipulative falls in these V patterns, you'll start to see the trend a little better if you do represent it that way, if your eyes can appeal to that. And that's what I'm starting to see from the XRP and from the movements of the market. Like I said, it's very high volatile, so you can almost get lucky on these moves. But you do have to put indicators. You do have to check and know what these things mean. If not, then, well, you're going to have a rough time. You're going to guess wrong many times. You'd be surprised to give a 50-50 shot and you're wrong. So the whales are up to something. Sometimes technical analysis can't save your ass, but it's your best. It's all you got at this point in time. So this is XRP. XRP is now down on the trading view, our RSI level of 4 hourly, and it's looking pretty strong. Like I said, there could be one more little fall here, but it's pretty strong because the last time we did do that and we did get this little bundle up on this RSI level at the 30 percentile level here number. You see this trend up. You see this, and then that's how you create your W. Still, that is an upward W on the RSI level. So if it does repeat and does continue to do that, that's where you'll find one. It'll represent it somewhere above the 89 cents. You're going to find the resistance to continue to hit somewhere at there, 89.90 cents. It's going to be annoying. But if you do see what's going on, you're continuing to try and get new higher lows. It's still bullish. It's still bullish. It's still very good. That's why over time, if you do hodl and you do hold, it does correct itself, even if it goes up or down. But you got to understand, this is what we're dealing with. So if you don't know by now that crypto, the currency, the market itself, Bitcoin, is very high volatile, you must be very, very new. No worries. I got your back. We're going to talk about this. This is where we're at. 90 cents XRP. Does anyone else want to talk about it? Rose. Kiss on a rose. Did you have a happy day? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become larger? What's rose? We're going to have to check it out. Yeah, I remember Kiss of a Rose, but that's about all I know. There's so many tokens. Jackson, not making fun. I'm making fun of myself. I honestly will tell you, I don't follow Rose. It's crazy. All I know is a Kiss of a Rose from Seal. And did you know? But check it out. We're trying to get new higher lows, and perhaps 89 cents is going to be our next new higher low. So could you imagine? We're talking about it. And here we are, and we're paying attention to the charts as they hump and jump. Perhaps, I mean, if the pattern continued, my new higher and low should be somewhere in the 85. So if you do see the real pattern here, what's happening, you'll see where we're going in a nice formation, probably to the top to make this the fourth higher low. And as you see, this is why it's so volatile and how it works. So I'm just breaking it down real quick. I'm sorry if I hurt your ears on the same. Couple followers left after that, but I didn't mean for that to happen. But we're going to create that W. So understand, as I beat a dead horse, this is how we look for it. We're going to look for that to be the resistance back at the 89 cents. New higher lows perhaps creating in that area, but I want you to see this is how it gets developed. This is how it starts a bullish market. The exponential moving average will tell me right now the bands are flipping. So I can see that really quickly. My bands are flipping. We're way below the EMA. Last time we fell way below the EMA. We FOMO'd out a little bit too much. So that's probably going to happen here again. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Retest the 80 cents, perhaps, unless we're over with and we're going to do it. But I do see one more dip because every time I do see that big fall coming, even the history of December 4th, coming into the new year, as you can see, right? We got a quick dip, ticker bounce back to the upside, got a nice little growth, and then you see sideways boring action developing back to the FOMO up. Well, now this is doing the opposite. The M's are coming. I only see one double M pattern. In order to break this, we have to, before I finish this, we have to stop above 89 cents, and it just seems to keep coming up. So as long as 89 cents can be broken and the 4-hourly 90 cents can finish, unless that happens, XRP is not going anywhere. So pay attention to that. Understand that, Hugh. I do appreciate the suggestion. XRP is a great, great token to talk about. The banks are making their way into this token. They want to use it for future transactions. Understand, do your own research, as none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Just a gentleman who wears the visor. So XRP, Biconomy, lots of things going on. You may be able to get into the Biconomy and sell real quick, as I did. Now I'm into Man of the Decentraland. My money's going nowhere, and it's only 0.25% of it. The other 75% is getting its ass kicked, as it usually does in this high volatile jump. So understand the FOMO will come in. Maybe we will get, if we hit refresh, maybe we'll get some more volume coming in. 124 now. So what was it? I think it's now 4.5 million. So pay attention to that. $4.5 million just got dumped into it as we were talking about it. So a nice 22-minute video. Let's see if we can help Jackson out. I do appreciate Jackson. Jackson seems like a great guy. He's good follower of mine. I like to help my loyal followers, like to help loyal anybody, right? If you're loyal, so am I. So Rose, kiss of a rose. Jackson, if you're here, I hope you didn't leave. I've never seen this. I don't know what this is. I have to do some research. I could check out a chart. I could check out a chart on anything. Poop. I could check out the poop on the chart. Let's go. So this is the exponential moving average. My favorite is the 4-hourly. What is it doing on the daily? If anyone's interested, otherwise we're going to end this after this. We just do a quick little talk, quick little review, nice little breakdown for some of our followers. This is the Wolves of Wall Street. So if you pay attention, we're creating a double top. It does look, by my eyes, we are starting to see something boring sideways here in an ascending triangle movement. So this is interesting. We do have to break above. What is this? 44 cents, 39, 40 cents. Okay. So for Jackson, and let me know if you're here, Jackson, because I actually opened this up for you. And currently right now we're finding support at the exponential moving average, the EMA. Currently is big time support at that level. So is that the price? 31 cents. So that 31 cents right now, you see it flip support. I mean, resistance here back in September of the 6th. We're now currently finding that flippening, seeing if we're going to fall more. We're going to come down to maybe touch it. So if you see, we got to zoom in and find out where we're hitting right there. And that is exactly 30 cents. It's trading 39. So we're 10 cents above that. The EMA here will find itself, as you see, it tested here once before and we fell. So we'll probably hit some support at some point in time. Anytime you take profits at this point in time, as we may be forming a double top pattern on the daily. So pay attention to that and be careful. That's how you get your double M patterns, and they fall. But this looks too close to be a nice flat level. Remember, it's an ascending channel breaking. So I do see that, but it is looking pretty healthy. It is looking pretty healthy as I come in and I dissect this really quick as we do this for our followers. Jackson, you here? Oh, he's still here. That's awesome. So I'm just going to do it anyway, with or without you, right? With or without you. But let me see if I can get to the top. So this is Rose. And now, so this is what I'm looking for, Jackson. If you see that, that's a problem. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that yellow line I'm showing you. This is an issue. The growth, it's starting to stop. If you notice my growth, my new higher lows, well, it's the same thing with my higher high. We're creating a new higher high. Well, if my higher high is going to continue and the money is flowing in equal to value ratio of the new people coming in plus whatever may be, coming out, the money to ratio coming in and out, we got to be seeing prices up to here finishing candles. So if you notice the time, if you notice the green candle on the daily, if we do not proceed to get this stuff, you're not going to find that we're back bullish. So pay attention to that as the first indicator for yourself. It does help to see that. If you do bring this a little lower as we're at the 4-hourly, this will help you a little more. 4-hourly, we're moving and grooving on that chart. That looks good on the 4-hourly. The daily didn't catch up yet. So that's okay. So that's all right. So we are catching up still. We now have to see a price level at the 47.5 cents on the daily to come through over here now as it's showing me. See, now I just adjusted. I went back to the 4-hourly and the daily. The daily's helpful. So I don't know, not registered financial advice, but like I said, we do this, we break this down. If this was my strategy, if this was my thought process, and I had to break this down with any indicators, and I'm just a regular Joe Schmo guy, never worked on Wall Street, don't know what's going on, I'm going to take a peek at this and say, well, this is my problem on the forwardly as well. Big resistance right here on this, ascending channel. So the ascending channel is continuing where I want it to be, but remember, I'm pulling it down here. We want to continue to pump. We want to get a little bit now. So if we're healthy, I got to remove everything and see the numbers. This is killing me here. My last resistance support level, strong hardcore, is what I'm looking at. So my support level, and I think it was 30 cents. We're looking at 32 for the 4 hourly here, strong. This is a possible see this again, and then you'll know once we finish the 4 hourly below this. Once you finish the 4 hourly below this price, you would know that we're consolidating to the downside. That fun was over, and then you'll probably get the double M pattern. But until then, until you keep seeing the trend is your friend, and then we get some indicators out here, because obviously it's not fair to just sit here and do it with the naked eye. You're going to hurt yourself. The trend is your friend, and the trend is continuing to be my friend since December 4th, and that number keeps popping up in every chart I do. I do notice that, December 4th. So that's obviously what the rest of the market is doing then. But pay attention to this. We hit the like. Please hit the like button. We hit the like and subscribe every day. We go over these charts for certain people. You flipped resistance. It's common sense here. 14th, the 19th of November, the 14th of December, and now we're sitting here flipping support. So if you see it, I see it. There's definitely something happening in this price range. You're going to have to understand that if we don't break that now to the upside part, which becomes 40 cents, these are your two indicators. You got an 8 cents range. You got exactly an 8-cent range to tell you what this thing wants to do. So you have a 4 hourly candle, a 4 hourly chart, and now here's your answer coming. Are we going to the moon, or are you just going to play with my you-know-what? So let's find out. This is what we need to get answered. Could be a possible head here. What's going to happen is this is going to be a bearish momentum here. If this does not finish above, you'll see a shoulder perhaps get performed here. That's where your shoulder, head, shoulder, and then perhaps we're going to be looking for an inverted, but this is still in a bullish momentum. I don't know if you see that. So the trend is your friend overall. Look at that all the way from August 25th. This coin, like I said, I don't know what the heck it even is. I don't even know if that was the high. It does seem to be, yes. So it does seem to be the all-time high. Rose, it must be fairly new. So this is what we do. You missed the Bitcoin spike. Oh my God, I can't talk. The Biconomy spike. And then what we do is to always take profits. If you don't take profits, you see on the Bitcoin chart why we do it. So I got into Mana Decentraland. Now we're going to be rooting for more Mana to come up. It's going to happen, right? Mana's going to $10. We talked about it. So here it is, a possible retracement coming down, and I'll maybe paint it red here. Just so you can see on the chart, screenshot it, do whatever you want. I believe there's a bounce coming to the downside, and your lowest price for that would most likely be for the support level of 27.5 cents. So if I were to give you a price level, you want to fill an order, you're Wall Street Pete, and he says, hey, I have a price, Pete, I want to put in. I would put about 27.5, 28. If you want to buy this dip, that possibly can happen. And I do see it coming. If it does break past the 40.5 cents and it finishes 4 hourly above, then you know we're going to hit some support at the 40 cents and then perhaps off to the races coming into the new year here. So enjoy that. That's what we're looking at. And I'll probably put Rose as a surprise token because I do like it. It does look pretty good. I got to find out now. Is it worth holding? Is it worth ever having? That's what you got to do. You got to do your own research. You got to find out. This gentleman worked on Wall Street, the New York Mercantile Exchange, the NYMEX, and that's where he's from. So understand, I hold a big heart to this place. I've worked there for almost a decade. I loved this place when I was a young man. I was a hustler on the streets in this place, man. You see this place? You see that place? You see that floor with all these people screaming and yelling there? It's pretty cool. You have to defend for yourself. It was like eating in New York on Wall Street and have to fight a lot of people. So I learned a lot from here, not just life, but I learned a lot of trading. I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of manners, believe it or not. Bad manners, good manners. I learned a lot. What you would learn in college, going to college, a young man about to go to college. Well, guess what? He went to Wall Street instead. I'd do it 10,000 times over and over and over and over again to not have a degree and not to owe money and to just have this experience. So this is the gentleman you like and subscribe to. I'm here every day for you. I do a video. I appreciate the love. The love is growing. And I'll tell you right now, I feel it. It's awesome. And, one day we're going to feed the people on the streets in New York here. This is our goal. God bless America. If you don't believe in that, that's fine. Wherever you're from, let's support where you're from. I have no problem with that. I don't just go one side. Tell me where you're from. I want to hear where you're from. We got a lot of people from everywhere. This is where I'm from. This is what I represent, So this is all I can do. But peace in and peace out, Wall Street Pete, SICKDOE, and Crypto. 2022 is going to be our year. And if it's not your year, maybe you need to start thinking it's going to be. I don't know what else to tell you. Life is short. And they say, why is life so short? How is life short when that's all you know? Think about that. Take care.